Hi guys, Miss Bishop here. I just wanted to review with you really quickly about area and perimeter. First, let's think about perimeter. Before we look at our shape, let's think about what that term means. If you've been in my class, you've heard me reference action movies. So think about action movies when you have like a SWAT team surrounding a building. There's usually one head person that tells them to scope out the perimeter before they enter the building. Now think about what that means, to scope out the perimeter. If you've seen action movies, you might know that that means that they are sending troops around to check all of the sides, whether there be 4 sides or whether there be 12 sides. They have to secure all of the sides to make sure no one's over there and there's nothing alarming before they enter the building. So I tell my students to keep that in mind, because when you're finding the perimeter, you're dealing with all of the sides. So let's look at our shape here. Okay, we have a rectangle that has a length of 11 and a width of 7. So think about if this was a building. If you were on a team and you were told to scope out the perimeter, would you just check those 2 sides? No, you would be putting your team in danger. You would have to check all 4 sides. But think, if this side right here is 11, what is the opposite side? If you said 11 feet, you were exactly right. Opposite side lengths are going to be congruent. They're going to be equal when dealing with a rectangle. So that means if this side length is 11 and this width is 7, what does that tell you about the opposite side of that? If you said 7, you were correct. Because this width is 7, the opposite is going to be 7 as well. Now that we have all of the pieces, let's scope out that perimeter. We are going to check and we're going to add all 4 sides, because as you know, to find perimeter, it's length plus width plus width. So if you add the lengths, 11 plus 11, you get 22. And when you add 7 plus 7, you get 14. And when you add 22 and 14 together, you get 36 feet. Okay, so now let's wrap our mind around area. Now, area deals with rows and columns. So if this is 11 foot by 7 foot, that just means you have 11 columns and 7 rows. And by cutting your shape into columns and rows, you're creating tiny little square, whatever units you're dealing with, whether it be feet, inches, in this case it is feet. So we're trying to find the square feet that this rectangle contains. So think about when we do area model for multiplication. We are multiplying the rows times the column, okay? So when you're finding area, you are going to find the inside area. You're finding what is being covered by this shape. So you're going to say length times width. And then 11 times 7 is 77. Now, because you're finding area, we just talked about how you're splitting your rows and columns, and they are creating little square units. So that's why we say square feet. So it'd be 77 square feet. Remember that perimeter, you do not say square units. It's just 36, whatever units you're dealing with, which is feet. And then area is when you say square. So 77 square feet. Okay, I hope this brought back a little bit of knowledge on area and perimeter. If you have any more questions, you may contact any of your math teachers. Miss you, stay safe, guys.